Party does not want me as a leader.
The FBI is doing your investigation. Some aspect is coming back.
Wealth is not trickling down to the people of Guyana.
There will be additional questioning that is required. And then of course, I don't get involved in that.
Yeah, brother.
It is important for Venezuela to understand that Guyana will not be bullied, threatened, or intimidated.
Hello, good morning. Here.
I'm here to check that.
Yeah, brother.
This man tell me.
I am aware that the People's Progressive Party does not want me as a leader.
Here.
The FBI is doing your investigation. Some aspect is coming back.
Wealth is not trickling down to the people of Guyana.
There will be additional questioning that is required. And then of course, I don't get involved in that.
Yeah, brother.
It is important for Venezuela to understand that Guyana, it is important for Venezuela to understand that Guyana will not be bullied, threatened, or intimidated.
Hello, good morning.
Good night, guys. A great night to all of those who tuned in to Progress Report with the Guyanese Critic. As you may or may not have known, the suspect in the terror attack on the Mobil Gas Station on Regent and King Street, at the corners of Regent and King Street, the suspect has been apprehended, and the government, the Ministry of Home Affairs, and the Guyana Police Force has since held a statement. I'm not going to go through the whole statement. I'm going to do a part of what the rehash of the Commissioner of Police and lead straight into some of the questions answered by the crime chief and other senior ranks of the Guyana Police Force as it relates to this heinous crime committed on Guyanese soil. Some surprising events here. If you have not seen the press conference, you should go and look at it to get an understanding, to be informed. It was broadcasted on the Guyanese Critic page. You could go and have a look at it.
Investigators were able to locate the suspect at Roger Road and Sideline Dam, East Bank, Essequibo, where he was captured earlier today, Tuesday, October 28, 2025, in a coordinated operation led by a superintendent. This success underscored the integration of modern policing technology with traditional investigation work, demonstrating the forces growing.
Basically, what the commissioner is saying here, he is talking about the good work that the cameras can do and how they work and so on. I don't think that's something that this is more of a political perspective of the police can handle these things and so on. So I'm not interested. I'm more interested in the crime itself.
Possible affiliation. Investigation also working closely with the regional and international counterparts, including Interpol, and verify the suspect background and possible affiliation. Based on the evidence gathered thus far, detectives are establishing the elements to support the charges of Section 39A and 39B of the Criminal Law Enforcement, the Criminal Law of Offences Act, Chapter 801, which addresses act of terrorism and conspiracy to commit terrorism. Additionally, charges relating to murder, attempt murder, arson, malicious damage to property, and being actively pursued pending legal advice from the Director of Public Prosecution. At my level, I thank the ranks for the exceptional work in intelligence analysis on all ranks involved for swift apprehension of the suspect. He underscored that the incident demonstrated the force's capability, discipline, professionalism, support by the effective use of technology and intelligence policing. I reaffirmed that the Guyana Police Force remains resolute and relentless in the duty of protecting the public, ensuring that any act of terror or violence is met with decisive and lawful action. The investigation remains active as investigators continue to examine all evidence to determine the motive, origin, and any wider connection surrounding the attack. An AI-enhanced image captured the perpetrator on the CCTV footage recovered at the crime scene, was used to aid the investigation, and as a result, the police received some leads as the identity of the prime suspect, which ultimately led to the successful apprehension of the suspect. He's currently in custody, and that is my brief.
Thank you very much, Commissioner. We will now open the floor for questions, but before we do that, you're all experienced and you know the protocol. You identify yourself, media house, your name, media house you represent, and we want to try to get through the questions, enough questions, so we'll move around as best as we can. All right. Go ahead.
Good night, Agassi Logan, CN News. Guyana's received, even prior to 2020, Commissioner, Spanish-speaking immigrants and Minister, at the time when the world responded collectively to humanitarian crisis in Venezuela. What steps have been taken to monitor the migrant presence here? Could we see any new initiative rolled out to heighten surveillance? And when did this perpetrator enter the country?
I'm going to deal with the first part, and I'm going to hand over to Madam to deal with the second part. But sooner or later, while we've been monitoring them at the ports of entry as they come in, they register. I just want to give you the register as it comes into Guyana. But within the next 3 or 4 weeks, we're going to use another mechanism where we're going to ID all the immigrants that are in Guyana that are not registered, and so they are going to be registered through the process.
When did he enter the country?
Thank you for your question, Agassi. The prime suspect, along with his accomplice, who's from Venezuela also, entered Guyana by legal means, by boat, last Sunday, that's the 26th of October, 2025.
Red flags. Raging, blowing, mind-blowing red flags. At this time, the Guyana Police Force is telling us that a man came from Venezuela. Let me help you guys out here. A man came from Venezuela. Let me help you guys out here. Google Map. Let's not think about the man committed this act here. He came from across here. Let's suggest he came from just somewhere, one of these bordering communities. Is there a way I could just... Hello.
Hello?
Hi.
Yeah, good night, critics. I don't know if they like or anything, but I just want to ask the public a question. Let the girl identify the man, you know, if she see the man face to face.
You shouldn't see the... What do you mean she saw the man face to face? She saw the man all about 5 seconds. Somebody that you ain't paying attention to, you know they would blow up something. What she got to see the man? The man has confessed. What the girl got to see the man for if the man confess?
Right, yeah.
What kind of fucking nonsense? You got a man say he can't been up. A man tell you another man was there said he can't been up 40, 20 feet in the air. He follow the car. He say people like things what he never do. What the girl got to do with it? They got swab behind, they got see, they got residue and all them things there. It's good. Forgot all the witnesses, got everything, all your ducks in a row. Tell me what she see. Since they come up, let me deal with it. Let me deal with all the issues. Ross, what you do me here, buddy? You gonna give me the girl, This morning. With the one with the girl. Alright, this is the one with the girl here. Now watch this. He want the girl said I'm watching so. She turn back so. What this? What the? She fighting with the bin. The man watch, she watch. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She ain't got no time with fucking he. She done with he. She didn't focus. She and I wouldn't even be a credible witness. She didn't focus. She can't. I say yes. You don't even know she watching the bin or watching the bag. How you know the man face she watching it? For come and say something like what the other man said, he can't been up 20 feet in the air. The man confessed to the crime. Now let me go to this and let me show you what's going on here. Now, the Guyana Police Force is saying an individual came from here, come all the way here with a bomb in one day. You know what you're talking about? Y'all know what y'all talking about? Let me see if I could. Okay, so this distance across here from average is 20 miles, 20, 40, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 140. A man travel 160 miles from another country. You got to come through border and all them things now. Travel from another country with a bomb and come. Look here.
And that's why he will register as
if there's not a reason for grave concern.
You know what I mean? The prime suspect, along with his accomplice, who's from Venezuela also, entered Guyana
by the way, Venezuelans, the prime suspect is Venezuelan. Venezuelans, Guyanese played a part. Guyanese played a part. Sad to say.
Legal means by vote last Sunday, that's the 26th of October, 2025.
Guyanese are feeling uneasy, somewhat uneasy. What assurance?
Last Sunday, that's the 26th of October, 2025.
Guyanese are feeling uneasy.
National Navasio, the prime suspect, along with his accomplice, who
Two individuals with a black bag come all the way to Venezuela into Guyana. You understand the situation we're in? I'm sure the force is looking at it and is going to be cognizant of that. What's the purpose of all these police roadblocks? What's the purpose of all these boats where they got up and down? Do we have an active, do we have enough capacity to secure our seaward borders? This is just a man with a rubber slipper, partner. A man walk and come from Venezuela and come in the country and blow up a gas station, buddy. We can't wait for a span. To ensure nothing like this happens again. You imagine Venezuela watching it, it's so easy for this happen? You imagine Maduro watching and saying it's so easy for this happen? We're now waiting to hear who the intellectual authors, who put them up to it, who got the resources to help them to come to Guyana. Nobody coming to Guyana from Venezuela with their bad for plant a bomb.
thank you for your question, Navasio. The prime suspect, along with his accomplice, who's from Venezuela also, entered Guyana by legal means, by boat, last Sunday, that's the 26th of October, 2025.
Guyanese are feeling uneasy, somewhat uneasy. What assurances do you have for our nation? What security apparatus is on top of things as far as intel sharing and collaboration across agency, as you mentioned earlier, Commissioner?
We have Interpol, we have the GRCC, we have all the international stakeholders that we're working with, and we're going to continue to work with them.
All right, thank you very much. Gordon?
Or mostly news source. Mr. Brennan, did you say the suspect entered Guyana on Sunday?
Correct.
The same night of the attack, the same day?
That is correct.
So
I want us to focus on this, because we're at a pivotal point in our country. The security forces, we all agree, we all need to agree where we are. An individual was able to come across our borders to our capital city and ignite an explosive in a day, in one day. Nine people, he came with another individual, there are 9 other people in custody, assisting with investigations. This was something was well planned and thought out. I am waiting to see when the police is going to issue statements on the intellectual authors. Because I can tell you something. If it's them, it's the Venezuelans. If it's the Venezuelans, it's them. It's either. Because I say there's a connection. The US say there's a connection. And if there's a connection, Venezuela would want to help and do anything. This might be a diversion. When we uncover GHK Lal as one of the biggest scams, here I'm telling you, y'all would not believe the things people have done. Hello, good night.
Hi, good night, Critic. Just one question about observing this press conference. We can all agree this is a huge terrorism on Guyana soil. Why is Gordon Mosley asking the ministers and all this public police there about somebody get deported to Trinidad? What is he deflecting from? And he made it such a ruckus that the minister had to address it, that this is strictly a terrorism press conference. And why is he bringing up that?
It is not unlike reporters or journalists like Gordon Mosley to try to seek attention at a certain specific time. But I must say, a lot of times, the Guyana police force don't be forthcoming. This question was being asked. If there's some people are being detained at the airport, you just answer the question and tell them why they're being detained at the airport. And I can say, not to beat up on Gordon Mosley, he has been asking the question, they've asked the question. What they do, what a journalist would do to understand what he was trying to do there, is use an opportune time where the government, like the minister, would feel pressure to answer, because the question is, why you don't want to answer the question?
Right.
But it's bad timing. It's bad timing. There's something, a national security issue here.
Right.
Whereas we've had a terrorist attack on our soil. That should be the grave concern. Not some, because we talking about bombs, and he talking about some man will look like bombers.
Right, but and then again, that's a daily occurrence. Not daily, but a regular occurrence where people come in illegal in any country, and then the country has the right to.
And when Odessa Primus was deported, he wasn't so excited.
No, he wasn't, and that's the thing. Even her came out big hollering about, with what's going on, and now they're all silent because the perpetrator got caught.
Well, as I said, my brother, if it's the Venezuelans, it's them.
Yes.
If it's them, it's the Venezuelans.
Yep.
Because I've already set the groundwork to suggest they are in bed, not me alone. 2 U.S. senators said they are in bed with the Venezuelans.
It's as clear as day. You can see everything, and not one says even. And at the end of the day, he was an opposition leader. Forget about everything else. You should commend the police force by just apprehending the suspect within a such short period of time, and say, you know what, the police did a great job, and irrespective.
Well, on his behalf, they didn't do such a great job because the perpetrator was not supposed to be caught.
That's true.
Right? We talk, brother. Hello, good night.
Yeah, good night. Pete?
Yeah, buddy.
Is the distinction here? No sublime man, you guys laughing, buddy.
All right, no, we up on a serious thing tonight. He's still up on the distinction thing from this morning. Some people be there in a nighttime program, and some people just be in the same country but in a different time zone. Yeah, no joke. If you go to Miami now, there's a 1 hour difference. But I just talked to somebody who's also in Guyana that is in a different time zone by 12 hours. He might be in Dubai. He is presently Hello.
Hey, good night.
Yeah, brother.
Facebook there, it's one more thing with the man they want to talk about, But you read between the lines.
Well, I let me tell you something. I know the crime chief, I know the commissioner of police. In this statement, the crime chief said, we have an ongoing investigation. There's certain things I don't want to stay. Yes, sir?
Yeah.
No, because they might have suspects in sight. And if they say, like me talking, I've been talking all the time. I's not a policeman. Me ain't gonna keep those stories secret for no suspect. When the person give up who the intellectual artists are, I'm saying if he says that the Venezuelan sindicato send him, we know or the Venezuela general sent him. He came from Venezuela. We know that a man went only weeks ago, months ago on Travis Chase program and said Venezuelans has come here and smuggle the gold, bring it here. We know who gets sanctioned for smuggling gold. You understand what I'm telling you?
I understand the part, but let's say another part too. No more week I need to weak country partner. And I'm gonna tell you, let me fucking home the belly low like.
Alright, brother.
Hey, stop.
It is ridiculous. But y'all never meet selfish people like this. Y'all think it's joke? Hannah and Hadi, the women in the Muhammad family, came out and called for a Nepal-like revolution. Y'all think it's joke? This is the mindset of these people. This is the women them. You see the men them know that? You're hearing nothing. All the politicians, the 16 was supposed to head to parliament. You see how they're quiet? Sarabu, the Amarinia lady, the GS for the part. Nobody talking nothing. Y'all savior. After the Muhammad come out and with a photograph with a smirk in the palace. After the girl did. Post up a photo with a smirk. I'm like, y'all serious? Y'all joking?
In terms of how he was able to get...
So, not to be honest, Garden just used this opportunity. It's a bad timing at timing, but it's not unlike. You see, men don't. We just different. He used the opportunity to get it out of him. You understand? Because it is indeed happening. It seems like some Muslim brothers get hold up at the airport and we don't know what it's concerning. But if you got a bomb in here, we even know what's going on. You understand? And suddenly they come and maybe just come for day and left in or planning for come in the country, we know what's going. Who they coming to? Where they going? We know what's the circle. They obviously got a solid thing. They obviously got a solid reason. But nobody was excited to find out why Odessa was sent back. Nobody was excited, so you gotta ask yourself, is war really the program? Is it that important?
The explosives and so, what is the investigation like in that specific area? Do you believe he came specifically for that? How was that particular service station targeted?
At this stage of the investigation, I prefer not.
They reach a stage of these man get old and like they don't know what they're thinking or what they're talking. A man go with a bag trying to put a bomb in a bin in a service station. Obviously it was a specific target. Why in the bin? Why you just rushed along any fucking way for the first place? Is the lady stoppy? Like, you gotta make it make sense, buddy. That Gardner's a veteran, I can tell you. But like, you remember this is serious. People want answers. Here was the funny thing. I can't ask Ali. I didn't even go. Me even go. Because there gonna be a fight down. And I might talk something else, and because people just asking fucking stupid questions. The KC asks some positive people in terms of security what they're doing. Because people want to know, what can I hear from the crime chief and the commissioner who's going to secure me? But remember, everybody go there with a different purpose. You got to hear the different questions. Everybody go with a different purpose.
Also disclose
particular service station targeted?
Hello, good night.
Good night.
Hey, buddy.
Now, we need to analyze this thing carefully. Oh, you right?
Yeah. Now, wait, listen, man. You talk to fucking me, my Elizabeth Scott. You want to hear your own voice talk to me about this serious business I better talk?
No. What I'm telling you is that we need to analyze this thing. Now, we've had situations where Venezuela even had military build-up at our border. And that's one step they ever went to the extent of engaging us in domestic terrorism. Yeah, they're going to do a flyover and trouble, violate the airspace and things. Right? But now that we got domestic terrorism, you tell me who stands to gain from this chaos.
Well, I've been telling you who stands to gain from the chaos from a long time now.
Well, we know, but
I've been showing y'all how they use the media to create distractions. Why have they been separated themselves? Because they know at some point in time, they can do things and it can look like it's Venezuela, and they don't want to be the friends of Venezuela.
You notice that the specific group of people, they have not until now come out.
Silence of the lambs. Silence of the lambs.
You have not condemned.
You got several politicians, Pandey, seasoned politicians. Pandey, you got even the people what they there with them campaigning, people like Charles Sugrim who always had a voice as a nobody time about them thing. All the influence, everybody got dark, everybody got silent.
Because you know why? Is that if you look at this thing, remember the pump attendants at the gas station said this guy was trying to place his bag somewhere else. So really and truly, yes, the explosion did happen, but they did not manage to achieve the real desired result because it's supposed to be real catastrophic.
I am of the opinion the intention was to hurt many Guyanese, because if that explosion, look at how the thing bore the hole in the car, if that went off there in an open air place, it would have damaged all the tank and it would have really been catastrophic in the area there.
Man, no.
Thankfully things happen the way they happen, but it's unfortunate. As the minister said today, not one body should lose their life in our country as a result of terrorism. Especially when we are leaning backwards to facilitate these people. What are they going to explain to us? Now I can tell you, Spanish itself played an integral role in assisting in apprehending him.
Oh yeah.
And Guyanese played a role in helping him.
To carry out the act.
Yes. We talk about
it. Good.
That's the ridiculous thing. So when you're watching and thinking all these Spanish, this is Spanish people. We're able to identify and say who this played a role. So you can't come out all and beat up on all of them. All of them is not the same thing. Hello, good night.
Hi, brother, good night.
Yes, sir.
I need Guyana water, Gaiwa. Today, right?
Not no partner. We got a serious issue we looking after.
Alright.
Anybody for your dad?
Nah,
you know about the little child with dead with the bomb blow shop?
Nah, right.
Alright. No, I fed up with Guyver.
Stage of the investigation, I prefer not to disclose certain.
This, by the way, is an active investigation. These individuals are being interrogated presently. I am hoping hostilely to make sure we get all the information necessary. I must say, given the circumstances, the Guyana Police Force has done an extremely good job in locating, because it's been open-ended and people didn't know what's going on. I hope they execute this job to its fullest. Even if attempts are made to deter them from doing their job. Because the Guyana police force in the past has been compromised. This is an issue of national security. You got to forget whatever fucking money you take. Forget whoever friend you got and whoever you know. This is an instance of a terror attack on our soil. I must say, put thing up. I must say to members of the Guyana police force who have in past instances have allowed people to corrupt them. This instance here, you gotta call a spade a spade. This is an issue of national security. I can tell you, I see it. When things happen and the police force going in a certain direction, you see media entities and the influencers used to come out and attack them. Attacks. And then they simmer down, this boil down. The time for that done. We know who take money. We know what story they cover up. That done and gone. The individuals who were able to corrupt the Guyana police force in the past have now become the terrorists of our country and have to be dealt with likewise. Serious times ahead. Don't think this thing is one-off. And the Guyana police force knows how to address it. What we're waiting to hear from the Guyana police force now is who's the intellectual authors. And I say it again, if it's the Venezuelans, it's them, and if it's them, it's the Venezuelans.
Information to the public. We're at a very critical stage. What I can confirm is that he came last Sunday at 8 a.m. and he was supported by other accomplices, both Venezuelans and Guyanese. So
he was supported, obviously transported and everything else. Come into Guyana under the radar. Would somebody hire, pay multiple people to travel with a bomb from Venezuela to plant it in a gas station just, you think that's business? Not knowing who can get hit or what can happen? Y'all have not been paying attention. Y'all have not been paying attention. On a Travis Chase program, he suggested that military generals, an individual named Azimbach, said military generals has come to this country. Venezuelan military generals. You think if they smuggle gold, how far are they on drugs? And if you depend smuggling gold and drugs, what could stop you for keep your agenda going forward? If now you literally get a foothold in Guyana's parliament, you see the opposition and even say nothing? There's some fringe elements of the opposition coming out. Nothing from Nigel Hughes, nothing from the PNC. They just visit the family and do a little thing, you know? There's a serious matter of national concern. Hear the crime chief.
And he was supported by other accomplices,
Hello, good night.
Hey, Chris, how you doing? Bro, I'm so happy that you're addressing this thing in like heads on or hands on, if I may. Because, as you said, the opposition leader, Nigel Lewis, nobody's addressing this thing. And I don't know why the fuck you had somebody like, that cackahole from some beefy, the beefy station, what name, the guy who interviewed, Asenbach.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what's his name? Travis Chase.
Yeah, what happened to him?
Why is he not being arrested up to now? I don't understand. What the fuck is going on?
No, right, we arresting him for explain to me. Where? Tell me, help me understand.
But he hasn't he been contributing to all these things?
But there's a discussion for next. There's a discussion for next forum. It goes back to philosophical understanding, ideological programming, psychological programming, Marxism, communism, the delusion of democratic socialism, and this is you just can't say.
No, but his attitude is so blatant, and you know, I mean, maybe I have it wrong. Anyway, have a good night.
You might have it wrong. You might have it wrong. You might have it wrong. You got. No, he's an agent. He's a media personality who has been twisting things to assist the Mohammeds and so on, who has Maduro's interests and instead of doing things. But this is, Kamala Harris did it. Hillary Clinton created a whole atmosphere and suggested that Trump got some run-ins with the Russians and so. It's dirty, stinking politics. It's dirty, nasty. That is why I stand alone. I can't handle it. I can't make it. I strong, but me so strong. Me got him stomach though. I think you should listen carefully to what the crime chief is saying.
Information to the public. We're at a very critical stage. What I can confirm is that he came last Sunday at 8 a.m. and he was supported by other accomplices, both Venezuelans and Guyanese. So I leave it at there. The investigation is still ongoing.
The investigation so far determined the type of explosives that were used. Could you say?
As I said before, the investigation is at a very critical stage, and that information will be released to the public in due course of time. What I can say is that the suspect is cooperating with the investigators. We have already secured a confession statement from him. Among other things that he mentioned to us is that the device, he brought it in from Venezuela to Guyana. He also indicated that the device had a switch which he activated when he exited the vehicle, which is parked within the vicinity of the gas station. I'll leave it at.
Where is that switch? Do we have that switch? No. He come 8 o'clock in Guyana in the morning and was in the tongue in the gas station. Let me get somebody. Hey, Brother Kate, here, I need some advice, guidance. If I come in from Venezuela on a boat, so attacking specifically with this man with this bomb, we just learned that he came the same day, 8 o'clock in the morning. How we reaching with this boat in Georgetown? How you explain to me how that happening? Venezuela, yeah. Fast. So you could left Venezuela and reach in 3 hours on a boat on the Atlantic. Come, he land, yeah. So it could happen in a day. Remember, he moving with a bomb. So he don't want to move for land. He must just cross over. Yeah. Roger that. Thanks, Chief. Thanks, Chief. Safe. So here we're going on now. It is possible. But it's not possible for him to come from any city in Venezuela. You would have had to be at the border, cross over the morning, as he say, 8 o'clock, and from Venezuela in the Atlantic Ocean to where a go fast boat to Puerto Rico, you could reach in 3 hours. You understand? Yeah, brother. No, me depo me live, but me listen, me ask you the information for give them people proper information. Because remember you there, eh?
Alright, so
Over the side. How long it take for cross across there? To go up the river there. Roger that. Understood.
most of
The ocean. Roger that, Chief. Thanks. Yeah. So in 4 to 6 hours, you could end up from Venezuela with a go fast boat to Puerto Rico. So you could have made it. And if the plan got so much people like Guyanese involved and so much people, and you got a bomb, you ain't gonna come with a fucking donkey cart. You understand? You ain't gonna come with a donkey cart. And then you can't in we waters. The Venezuela can't come in we waters. They gotta get Guyanese boat, man. Or a man who understands the Guyana waters for move this man. Who got them capabilities? Who got a good understanding of Region 1? The Venezuelan border, the cross, and the y'all know. Y'all gonna check who win the most votes in them region. Who win a lot of votes in them region? Who got good rooting in them area?
Alright, Gordon, that's serious because we want to be able to just so that we could accommodate everybody, I was trying to see if we can keep it to 2 questions. That's fair.
Thank you. Travis Chase, Nike News. In March of 2025, the former Home Affairs Minister said that there are several sleeper agents from Venezuela in Guyana. I'd like to know what was done since then with that information. And secondly, were any other...
In sleeper agents? We are sleeper agents in Parliament. But they're not come and act like you's not an agent. By association with the Mohammeds, we take their money and try to twist the story. Who is associated with Maduro? If they ain't do nothing with you, they ain't do nothing with you yet, Travis. They're watching you in front of you. I know what you're doing. See what you're doing. We all see what you're doing. They can't do nothing. You're a sleep and wake agent. You want to know what to do with the sleep agents, eh? The sleep agents weren't activated. Is the one come with a bomb? He come till from Venezuela the same day? You can't tell to what the farmer men what doing with them sleep agents? You gotta ask who wake up them. Who wake them up? Now we got sleep agents in Parliament. 2 sleeper papers and you. Eh?
Successful laboratories from Thank you. Travis Chase, Nike News. In March of 2025, the former Home Affairs Minister said that there are several sleeper agents from Venezuela in Guyana.
No, they ain't Parliament. And social media, you and 2 newspapers, Kaichor News and Stabrook News. Yes. Y'all know? I tell y'all all the time. Nobody taking this thing seriously. Y'all know? I get this super say the truth.
I'd like to know what was done since then with that information. And secondly,
they do nothing with you, partner. Eh? Are you publicly operating? The Guyana police force hem and high and with you and all too.
Any other successful laboratory analysis yielded?
I cannot speak to a statement that was made by the Honorable Minister of Home Affairs at that time. What I can say is that the previous incident that we had, that once is formally engaged in the attention of the court. And
yeah, buddy, tell me about this how this entrance thing does work. If you can educate the people there.
Here what happened. The entrance, you gotta sleep by the mouth because the waves just be high nighttime. So you gotta sleep by the entrance. They got people just do they got rooms where they just run through there then.
Okay. That's Venezuela side or we side?
That's Venezuela side.
Roger. So he would have come there Saturday night, sleep that Saturday night.
Exactly.
Roger that. At the 8 o'clock time what he talking about, it is normal for cross at the 8 o'clock time?
Yeah, it could be, yeah. If they leave very early, it could be he could reach there. But then the next entrance he could have come through is through Coyote River.
Where are they?
Reaching out through Bartica.
Bartica?
I more believe the entrance, you understand?
So you could come through the Cayuni?
Yeah.
What really you telling me?
From Iterambank straight down to...
Hold on. I'm pulling up the map. No. Iterambank. Oh shit, this thing run. Oh, Aurora and all them places there?
Exactly.
Ah. Oh shit, they got a river run.
I more believe that's the entrance. I don't believe through the sea because through the sea is through the city. You gotta leave from San Feli.
No, but here, no man. He can't pass through this whole river in a day. Past Bartica.
Well, that's what tell you. But he had to be traveling. You could come down in one day through there.
You could reach down in one day straight through this river.
Yeah, you leave Iterambank early in the morning and you're gonna reach nighttime to Bartica, afternoon time to Bartica. If the water high.
No, but he done been 6 o'clock. He planned this explosive. This impossible. He had to come through the front road.
Before and he could have slept in.
No, he said that 8 o'clock in the morning he entered. Yes, I come over from Venezuela 8 o'clock in the morning.
I don't believe that. Probably he came the day before.
No, but if the man say what he do, how you say what the man ain't do? The man say. We can't, these kind of things is a serious thing. Like every time I go and cover a story, was somebody family dead? If you hear a story where they think what actually happened, what otherwise that will actually happen. Because they're trying to find a way to justify that, well, here, this is not, you know, it is supposed to happen this way. Like I see two fat lady, a big fat lady, and the people say, oh, she gone too soon. Like she ain't fucking gone soon enough. She did go in a long time. You know she hard to give up. We talk, thanks for the info. Yeah, right? Like every time when we go there, the boy will get shot with the accident. I say, man, this big man and this boy had any problem. This big man, the boy the lashing him. My wife and I was talking to the man, wife what died. I say, husband, the lashing this man, wife. Like, why would a man shoot you? If you had beer, you're running and you're deli land, safe and you're gone. Accident. Accidents happen, it shouldn't happen, but it does happen. If you're cautious and you protect it shouldn't happen, accidents happen. But I just trying to understand it. We watch it different. I didn't even know that you could come from a certain part and cross across the whole Essequibo and straight come out to the back of Bartica. They got rid of it there. Let me hear what the crime chief say, man.
As a result of that, they have to be very circumspect with what they say.
No, again, all of the next thing you got mad, the man come in, the crime chief said the man come in illegally. How the man just part with a bomb? We borders porous, buddy.
I do not want to be in any breach of the court procedure.
Specifically to the crime fighting technology, could you walk us through what apparatus was used to get us to this point? Also,
so somebody said the Cayuni entrance closed a while now. So that's out of the question.
Of the country's national security, how would you describe the role of the public in crime fighting, and do you think that we are where we should be, and what should the public posture be?
Technology.
All right. On the East Coast, there is a command center across the regions, regions 2, region 3, region 6. There are command centers, and we are in the process of building command centers to all the other regions. This is the first thing. Secondly, yes, I can do that. We've had cameras placed on the streets within hotspots, and so it can aid what we're doing. And I'm going to stop there for now. I'm going to stop there for now. I know that. In relation to the public and the acceptance of the police, I'm happy that you asked the question, because the media is supposed to be helping us in this regard. Every religious day, either the commander, deputy commander, or the junior ranks are in the communities trying to ascertain from the people what are some of the problems, how they can help them, and they're doing that throughout the days, throughout the week, on a Sunday too. And so we're going to keep at that until the crowd understand, or the public understand, that we are here to support them. And so I think we're being supported by some communities already, but we need to focus on the others, and I think that's a work in progress.
All right, the final question from Travis, and then we'll come to the
Mr. Blanham, you said that the suspect is cooperating with investigators. How were you able to interact with him? Does he speak English as well?
Okay. We have a translator who's assisting the investigators during the course of the investigation.
He spoke no English.
I'll leave it at that.
Trisha Silver, Guyana Times. You said that the suspect is cooperating with the police as it relates to the investigation. Are there any details about, or established details about the move behind the motive behind the attack?
As I said, at this point in time, I prefer not to disclose anything pertaining to.
This is top secret information, buddy. We prefer not to disclose who the intellectual authors are. I don't know if they've involved the U.S. authorities in this investigation, because it's a serious matter. This is treason. This is terrorism. This is an attack on our soil. If it could be proven that certain people had a role with this, I don't know why they don't make the public aware about who was responsible. 2 other explosions happened. I don't know why they're talking about it. What are they waiting for?
During the course of this investigation, when we were in a position to do so, we will divulge that information to members of the media.
All right, Dennis. Dennis, I will come back to you.
Dennis Shabbat,
Mr. Dan, can you see whether any other types of explosive related material were found at places that the gentleman he had visited? And can you also say whether he was trained militarily? And thirdly, sir, even as the 2 images were released to the public earlier today, there is some skepticism among members of the public about whether indeed this is the person who indeed committed the crime. Why are you so certain that he is the person who actually committed?
The crime chief just said the man is cooperating. Basically confess. Then know even when the man coming all the way to travel with the man tell how the originality. You can't make up these things, boy. Here this question was Dennis Shabal asking. Well, you can't vex with Dennis Shabal. So this is the guy behind them rare waves. And recently he uncovered that GHK Lal was a fraud. Because GHK Lal said no, they didn't call Muhammad's name. He read the stories. Then the next day, Raphael Trapman said, yes, Muhammad's name was on the list. He had to write Bubu out the eye and write the story. Find out that the man is a fraud and still got the man, still just posts stories in his social media news setup of GHK Lal. So you can't vex with him.
And thirdly, sir, even as the 2 images were released to the public earlier today, there is some skepticism among members of the public about whether indeed.
By who? Muhammad? Travis Chase? Odessa Primus? Smelly Smell? Mark Benchcop? Rickford Burke? Venezuelan agents and associates? GHK Lal? Who?
This was the person who indeed committed the crime. Why are you so certain that he is the person who actually committed the offense? And to the minister, as I have the microphone, when of state.
Hold on. Let me get this thing for. So watch why Dennis bye. Because this man and that man is the same fucking man. This man is the man with the put out wanted. This is the cap with the same man had on. And this is even before he left Venezuela. Look at all the different pointers. Same man. Same little moustache, picky hair, eh? Picky hair, and Alec Mimi got hair all over. If you put on your fucking glasses and make sense out of it, you're gonna become a simple nonsense. And the man said, the other people who went to the island con, he had a bomb. The man say how he come, he say everything. How you convinced? If you fucking talking thing with you know. Only you could know.
printed as well.
I will go last.
Mrs. Chabral, first and foremost, as I said, we're still interviewing the suspect. As we speak, what we were able to confirm is that he has some affiliation with a gang in Venezuela known as R. R is linked to the syndicate of gang. Secondly, the issue of identification, there's no issue about identification. The issue of identification doesn't exist. The prime suspect was positively identified.
No, but Mr. Crime Chief, you don't have to be worried. Dennis Chabral got a con man on the fucking program. He uncovered the man as a con man. And he still got him there. So don't break a sweat. Crime Chief. Don't break a sweat. Them banner what got shit on top their nose. That's all. Right? Shit going in one of the eye and still in real life shit up on the face.
By one of his accomplices. More so, the suspect, as I mentioned before, confessed to involvement in this particular crime. There is no issue about identification any longer. Thank you.
Schneider on DPI.
Yeah, we just have to spend the undisclosed about you try to treat the questions. Okay, so
Okay, I will treat with
and then we're gonna come back to you.
Yes. Okay, for Venezuelans, migrants who come here through our ports, they're all registered. The details are taken. However, we have acknowledged that the borders are porous and some people do enter illegally. And to address that, the government has launched the EID program. And what will happen is that we will have cards, that is, this program has already started, has already been rolled out. We have cards for citizens and we have cards for non-citizens. And what we will do is for the persons who are in Guyana illegally, they will be given a grace period in which to come to register and have this EID card. This card, you will not be able to do anything, perform any, access any services, banking without this EID card for non-citizens. And they will be given a grace period. After that grace period is expired and you do not register and have an EID card, you will be taken out of the country and other sanctions will be implemented. That is the policy.
Are you fingerprinted? Are you fingerprinted on arrival?
Registration, Shabbat. Be registered and so the prints will be taken.
Alright. Right.
Yeah, Schneider's on DPI. Can we get an update on the other victims that you suspected?
The other victims.
Okay, I can speak to, I've visited, the adult is, first of all, they are all doing well, as can be expected. They are recovering. The two children have been able to start eating. They're still hospitalized and they're going to be kept in the hospital for a few more days. And the adult has a fracture and she's expected to be released in a day or two. And the other children are currently out of surgery. The plastic surgeon is looking at the child who had many lacerations and as a result of glass, and but they are all recovering well.
All right, thank you. Oh, man,
Somebody's asking who is she. This is the Minister of Home Affairs, and I must say, given her tenure has just begun, she has done extremely well for herself. Although attempts were made to bring her down recently and bring disrepute to her, and I see Norman Brown, who is no fucking body, attacking. She heads. She's the minister that oversees the Guyana Police Force. And look at the job the Guyana Police Force has done as it relates to terrorism act. No, they're things that obviously she has to look at. Because the ID card that she's explained the card, I don't want to know about the fucking card who they, I want to know how we're making sure they never come true. Because given the Guyana Police Force modus operandi, I'm telling you, if the man had a bag, all he got to do is make sure the bomb wrap good down in the bottom and the top got $200,000-300,000 up top. And when the policeman open me a bag, I tell him, man, take one of the $100,000 and let me go along, man. Me be late, me late. You understand? What are we doing about that? Securing our borders. That is what the discussion is. But nobody can question whether this is, I see somebody in the comment asking, who is she? She's the Minister of Home Affairs. And I must say a good one at that. Because this is, she walk in. The last Minister of Home Affairs never had to oversee a terrorist attack. She walk into these issues, things have changed. She got a better security apparatus to her access. Our government has implemented it. She has the benefit of that. But she's doing extremely well as a new minister. Given the circumstances that we experienced on Sunday and how it's being dealt with Tuesday, she'll be able to hold a press conference with all the heads of the security services and speak to an investigation that in the process of wrapping up within 2 days because you have a suspect.
Commissioner and Mr. Watts as DC Ops. Leroy Smith, Big Smith News Watch. Mr. Watts, could you say what systems are in place to safeguard the life and limb of our men and women in uniform and the police station and or wherever this suspect and his associates are being held at this time? Given the nature and the seriousness of this offense and us seeing what they're capable of, what systems are in place to take care of our men and women with this investigation?
Leroy, we are in an operation mode at the force, and it's obvious that if we are keeping high-profile prisoners at the station, we will have to beef up the station. Generally, across, and if you move across the country, immediately after this press statement we have here, you're going to see increased police on the road, but you're going to see police and soldiers on the road, and we've beefed up all the border locations in terms of policing and the rest of areas that we. And if you roll on the road tonight, you're going to see patrols on the road too. So yes, we beef up all the regions to ensure that the police are comfortable, the police are safe, but more importantly, the public are safe. But at the stations, we are comfortable in that regard with the SOPs we put in place.
Is the force in line?
No.
All right, so we're going to take maybe 4 questions more before we round up. All right, we will go to, all right, I'll take Patricia and then we'll come to you. Let's take Trisha and then we'll cross and we'll come back to you.
But the mic is on this side, so that's really about this side.
Just make it package.
So sorry. Following law enforcement judicial process, does the suspect have an attorney present during questioning, or has he requested legal representation? 1 and 2, how are the families affected by this tragedy being supported, and what message do you?
Read in the scunt. Read your rights and you get an attorney and no. We beat you on your fucking attorney. This is terrorism. You got time with that. Wherever we carry us Guantanamo Bay style. Attorney? You got a fucking attorney. You want to get Nigel Hughes? Who you want to put Nigel Hughes? Oh no.
Have to deter anyone who might consider engaging in such heinous act?
I can answer the first question. It is by way of procedure, whenever we put an allegation to a suspect who's in police custody, we will normally inform his rights. One of those rights is for him to have his attorney present when making a statement to the police. He was given that option and basically declined.
You know, I don't know if he declined or the option was declined to he. You understand? But right now he busy. He need a doctor. Busy. Here up now. All jokes aside. Yeah, go and watch this press conference. All jokes aside, yeah, go and watch the press conference. It's on my page live. The suspect was captured today. What we need to know is who are the intellectual authors. Many people played a role. What was the intention? Who know these gangs? Who has connection to this gang? He's a part of a gang called R. Anybody knows? These are some of the questions that Guyanese need answers to. I'm waiting to hear who the intellectual authors are. I hope, and I know, but I'm just making or reiterating the point that the Guyana Police Force knows this here has to do with the sovereignty of our nation. It's a direct attack on us. Has to be treated likewise. No games, no gimmicks. Let's get to the bottom of this. And the intellectual authors must be sought out, and sorted out. See you until tomorrow morning.